And hello everybody, welcome to the Red October Network once again. Glad to be back. We're doing our new studio here. Lovely pictures of me, my brother, my grandfather. This is in my den, sort of. I wanted to talk to you today about one of the biggest pet peeves I have. Now, I'm kind of a nice person. Everybody knows me. I'm kind of sweet, a little sour at times, a little bitter. But I have one big pet peeve. And I hope this doesn't offend anybody. If it does, you have the right to dislike this. But the biggest pet peeve I have is like people who absolutely are completely depressed and do not want to seek help, but say, I don't want to be depressed. Now, I can never figure out, personally, first of all, depression's a serious condition. It's very serious. It's not the greatest thing. Heck, I've suffered through depression a lot. And it's terrible because a lot of times you get anxiety, you get people who are manic depressive, bipolar disorder, OCD, all that kind of stuff. Now, being a college student, I know that pretty much the majority of us up at Penn State, we all had some sort of depression. We all had anxiety. We had test anxiety. We had a lot of different things that were really kind of nitpicky. And you know, it's college. It's good college too, because everybody knows that and I can tell you that if you're anxious about your classes, it means they're hard. And if it means they're hard, then you'll study harder. And it means you're going to have a great career. And that degree is going to mean a whole lot. And trust me, not all college degrees are made equal. If I have to Google the name of your college, I'm not going to hire you. But anyways, I know a lot of people who just, they say, I'm depressed. I have a disease. A lot of times they have Asperger's or some sort of autism, other conditions that really kind of affect them. And I've had people who say, I don't want to go. I feel depressed. I can't make friends. My grades suck. And I don't know what to do. Well, I gotta tell you something. If you're depressed and you don't want to seek help, then you have no reason whatsoever to say, well, I don't know what to do. I hate being depressed. I hate the fact nobody wants to talk to me and everything. I went through that stage, but you know what I did? Instead of feeling bad for myself, I reached out and talked to people. I said to them, I went up to random people on Facebook, elsewhere, made random people, shook their hands, and I said to them, how are you? And I talked about maybe the bracelet they were wearing or the watch they were wearing. Those little things helped me get over my anxiety. And sure, I still do have social anxiety. In fact, I have a lot of it. And to be honest with you, the reason why this house is such a mess is because I don't really have people over here too much. But I've encountered other people who basically say, I don't want to pay a shrink $200. And I don't want to have to go and take meds that are going to make me into a eunuch, But I got to tell you something. I've seen psychiatrists, psychologists, and everything. They're worth the money. I got to tell you. Because the human brain is so much misconstrued. It is a complex organ. It is the organ where the soul is stored. It's the organ where all your thoughts, all your memories. In fact, some people may even say that the organ of, everything in your personal being, your own sense of self and self-esteem is stored up here. I often think about these people, and a lot of times they've been through a lot of different jobs. They pay for college, and they don't have a job out there. I mean, I gotta tell you, I'm not blessed. I am blessed to have a supporting family. But the thing is with it is, I gotta tell you something. When it comes to the job search, having hardship makes you more motivated. And it will get you the job. Not to say that I'm not motivated. In fact, I am quite motivated. But my bad grades were primarily because of depression and everything. But I get sick of the people who will simply say, they'll say to me, I'm depressed. But I gotta tell you something. I know people who have that negative attitude, and yet they're just hanging out there. They're just, companies won't talk to them. We have I know an accounting major who basically has this negative attitude, posts all this bad stuff online, antisocial stuff, and then he wonders why he can't hold down a job. Well, I gotta tell you something. Knowledge is not what gets you a job. People want to be in a job with people they can have a beer with, that they can count on, that aren't going to be always negative. The always negative people I have a big pet peeve for. If you're always negative, you're not going to be able to have friends or have a job or get a good schooling. You're going to have to go to some little school. You're going to have to go and work on your own because nobody's going to want to talk to you. So, what can you do? First of all, the thing about anxiety and everything is that you do have to get the treatment. It's not shameful. It's not a big thing if you have to ask for help. It's a good thing. Because the people who are willing to help you are going to cost money, but wouldn't you pay a couple $100 if it meant that you could actually be there to talk, and you'd be there to have that kind of forum with them, because they do now. Psychiatrists and psychologists are the biggest thing, and they're good for you. But the other part is out of the office. You have to go, and you have to be willing to change your life. You can have faith. The one person I was talking about cursed God, showed Jesus giving the middle finger. You may have seen that on YouTube, or online. But when you have no faith in a higher power, you don't have to be diehard Christian, but just believe that God's out there. Or have some, you don't have to go to church or anything. But if you're always nasty and you're always swearing and doing antisocial things, no wonder why you're only online. And no wonder why you can't hold down a relationship. No wonder why you're getting older and adult and you have to keep going back to school, because your degrees are the only way that people will talk to you, because all your temp agencies and everything are just going away. So that's my pet peeve. Leave your comments, and Mom's going to be coming in, so hopefully this hasn't bothered you too much. And leave your comments, suggestions. Let's talk. I'll see you guys later.